This is a functional movie with a serviceable lead, but not much more. There will be spoilers in the following, so be aware. The movie is about a man whose marriage is in a rough spot, but it's not really clear why. His wife isn't happy in the marriage and she has an affair, but it's not really explained why she isn't happy. She just is. So that's strike one for the story. The wife then goes missing at a gas station, and as the husband tries to find her, he goes towards the parents' house. There, especially the father immediately suspect him and don't believe him, but it's again not made clear why. You can guess that it's maybe because they think they had a fight, but it's made clear by the wife in a flashback that they don't fight. So that doesn't make any sense. It's basically the old cliche, the husband did it, so we have to suspect the husband. And even that isn't the worst part. The worst part is that the father never follows his suspicion up. Like, he tells his wife that he doesn't believe the lead about the missing woman, and he's gonna call the police. But he doesn't call the police. So there's confusion in the audience about the suspicion, but it doesn't create any drama or conflict in the movie because the husband isn't aware that his wife's father suspects him. He doesn't tell the police, so the police doesn't follow up on the father's suspicion. So it's basically just a confusing mini subplot that is dropped in like 2 minutes. So that's another 2 strikes for the story, and the movie should already be out. Also, the police is just along for the ride. Like, the husband brings evidence about his missing wife to the police, but instead of following that up, they question him and suspect him. Because again, the cliche is the husband did it. So, congratulations. So basically, the husband has to do everything himself, which is another action movie cliche. Here is the funny thing that in the trailer, Gerard Butler says he isn't a special agent or he isn't Secret Service like the things he played in his last movie. So I don't know if that's like a fourth wall breaking joke, but it is kind of funny. It's just in the trailer. This line isn't in the movie, which is strange. The story then ends up in a meth lab because of course it ends up in a meth lab. And the husband tries to find a guy named Frank. But he is never shown that he actually finds out who Frank is. And the actor who is identified as Frank in the credits, but never in the movie, is then shot. He's never addressed as Frank. It is never made clear that the husband knows that this is Frank. There are even some website who doesn't list the actor as Frank. So it's really unclear how he came to the conclusion that this one guy is the one guy he needs to question. The story overall is very predictable. It is maybe a teeny tiny bit tense if you want to be very shareable. But you have to give it to the movie that everything fits. Like, there's no 100-person shootout for no reason. The word of the movie in and of itself makes sense. Gerard Butler is good as the lead. He does the action hero thing pretty good. Like, he done it like dozens of times before. The set is really nicely. It is a very muted color pattern. The movie gives off of kind of a Louisiana swamp backwater kind of vibe. So it fits really nicely with the color pattern. That's very nice. The rest of the cast is barely functional. Like, if you have to point towards 2 actors who do a serviceable job, it's Ethan Embry and Michael Irby. But the rest, I don't know, it seems they're just there for the paycheck and they don't put anything into this movie. This is a by the number action thriller, pretty forgettable. It's not the worst movie I've seen this year by a long shot, but I wouldn't recommend this. Not even at home. I've scored it as a 5 because it's a functional movie. It is in and of itself, it works, but just because it doesn't make any major mistakes doesn't mean it's good. It's not. It's okay. There are no big screw-ups, so yeah. It functioned as a movie, and that's the best I can say about it.